Welcome to this edition of Backstage Pass with Leah Chang, and Happy Lunar New Year from the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Kristina Wong is currently starring in her hilarious and heartfelt one-person play Kristina Wong, Sweatshop Overlord, a co-production with Center Theater Group and East West Players at the Kirk Douglas in Culver City. This Pulitzer Prize finalist in drama production is directed by Che and will play through March 15, 2023. On her day off from the show, Kristina flew to New York for the 10th anniversary celebration and first ever awards ceremony for the Doris Duke Artist Awards at New York's Singular Jazz at Lincoln Center, hosted by Common, to pick up her award from the Doris Duke Foundation as part of the new class of Doris Duke artists. Each artist is receiving an award of $550,000, up from the previous sum of $275,000, in recognition of their transformative creative potential and seismic ongoing contributions to the fields of contemporary dance, jazz, and theater at large. The awardees also include composer and trumpeter Chief Xian aTunde Adjuah, director Charlotte Brathwaite, choreographer and performer Ayodele Casel, composer and vocalist Somi Kakoma, and choreographer and performer Rosy Simas.
My grandparents were immigrants from Toisan, China, and their laundry business in San Francisco was named A1 Cleaning and Laundrette. The A1 in the name was a strategy to get listed first in the phone book. I always found the whole A1 thing to be such a clever and yet practical strategy, one that would allow them to make a better survival at doing humble labor in this country. A tactic that would make it possible for their descendants to live out possibilities that were unfathomable to us, to them in their lifetimes. I'm honored to be acknowledged as the A1 of American artists tonight. The Doris Duke Award has truly been a lifetime in the making. I have so much gratitude for every arts worker, presenter, friend, representative, patron, and audience member who has made it possible for this moment. One where I can have a deep assurance that the unfathomable is possible and that even more impossible art making is yet to come. Thank you so much to my peers for recognizing me with the Doris Duke Award. This is going to look so good on my Tinder profile. Common, to my future ex-husband, Common. Please know that I can now buy you eggs and I have a great credit score. Thank you.
In addition, all new and previous awardees received the first ever Doris Duke Artist Award statuette, designed by noted sculptor Tariq Kurimboy. Previous recipients also received a gift of $20,000 each, totaling more than $2.5 million in additional unrestricted grants. To learn more about the Doris Duke Artist Awards and the 6 new Doris Duke artists, please visit www.dorisdukeartistawards.org. Welcome to this edition of Backstage Pass with Leah Chang. Today I'm at home with Perry Young, who is one of the stars of The Harvest.
Your great son is back.
Oh, you're a handsome man now.
How you came home?
Yeah, it's been a while.
How was life in the Bay?
It's hard writing and working at the same time. You?
You're not new here, man. You know, everyone's just doing the usual. Getting married, dropping babies left and right.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Don't.
Is she Hmong?
Yeah, Ty. Is she mom?
I mean, her parents turned out okay.
Yeah. Miserable, suffocating, and loveless marriage.
Aiyah, you old man. You only know how to lecture, but you don't know how to listen.
Dr. Williams and I are a little frustrated with your father, Ty.
We're crossing fingers for a match, but if he refuses treatment, he might be deemed as non-compliant.
You know you and Dad are sort of alike, right? You're both so stubborn.
Take medicine. Don't eat this, don't eat that. What good does it do if I can't do what I want?
You don't know how to walk in anyone else's shoes but your own.
We feel it's time for you to step up.
But I have a life in San Francisco.
You both have no problem using others for whatever you want.
That's how you see me.
Dad, I don't want to talk about it!
Real love is defined by the sacrifices that we make. It's a choice. It's not an obligation.
Don't you want to make your family proud?
Well, The Harvest is a film. It's a family drama written by Adjuah, who is Hmong American and the first generation Hmong American. And he's one of the first, if not the first, Hmong actor in Hollywood. He appeared in Gran Torino, the Clint Eastwood film in the early 2000s. That was his debut film, and he's been in the entertainment industry since then. And he'd been writing The Harvest for over 10 years. And it won several awards, script awards, and thus it was able to be made. For one thing, it reminds me of almost all the Chinese fathers I know. I mean, I was really lucky to have a really cool Chinese father, really fun, kind of, I think he must have been musical. He passed away when I was young, so I just remember him listening to records like Elvis, and next to Cantonese opera back to back. And that's, and he would sing to them, and I went, okay. That was my father. That was the backdrop of my growing up. And he was a firm father, but he wasn't the kind that was controlling like a lot of patriarchal Asian fathers. I mean, you hear about that in a lot of Asian cultures.
Right.
It's not that different from any other culture, right? The patriarchal culture. So Chinese definitely had a patriarchal culture, and to break that, I saw a lot of my friends just like the father was just there, the stoic character,
right?
That just laid down the law, and you had to fight against that your whole life. And so Adjuah's story is about that, but it's a human story on how, we have to be persistent in order to even gain an inch, to even move the needle a little bit. But if we move the needle, it's great. It's a huge movement.
Right.
So it was a challenge because I actually had to research about the Hmong community, and I found there were so many similarities between Chinese culture, Japanese and Korean probably, and Southeast Asian and Vietnamese culture, and probably every other immigrant culture that immigrated to the US.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's almost everyone. So it really just told me how universal these stories can be.
I gathered from the trailer just the depths to which you had to go for your character. I knew, this is one of those nominatable roles.
Well, it is. It's like if you're an actor and you read that arc, that character arc, you just see this incredible playground in front of you that you can go deep into joy and sorrow. And that would allow you to stretch your abilities as an actor. So I saw that in the script and I went, this is huge.
Right.
And it is one of those things that if this was a film that was made by, any other white Hollywood director and production team, they would cast a white male and he'd be nominated for an Oscar. Or in a sort of a Asian American world, it's an Ang Lee film.
Wow.
This is what this is. It's written in the vein of Ang Lee with that kind of depth and storytelling, right? And it allowed all the different facets of the characters to show. You should see Harvest just to understand that Asians are people like anyone else, and if we have more storytellers like Adjuah, writing our stories and sharing our history and our humanity, then I think the greater community, the greater US would understand that we are like everyone else. We are not the bringers of disease. We are just like your brothers, your fathers, your sisters, your mothers. And that it would create more empathy for people. And I mean, that's what art does, is create the fabric of society so that we can relate to one another. And if you support a film like this right now, it really will help, I think, would give compassion and empathy for our communities so that we can talk about what violence towards our community comes from, and address those issues. So seeing this film actually will help more Asian American AAPI storytellers write their stories and become more of a fabric of our society.
Hey everybody, happy Lunar New Year, Year of the Rabbit. Hi, I am here with Benny.
Hi, 新年快乐.
And Susie.
Hello, 新年快乐, Happy New Year.
And we're hanging out here at the beautiful Temple of Dunder. It is so gorgeous, right? Let me see your best picture pose. You got pose?
Okay.
You can pose for the camera?
That's me.
That's good. That's good, right? They are camera ready. We'll see you later.
This is Benny. Benny, this is Haven. And Laura. And this is Susie.
Hi, Haven.
Susie, you wanna give a high five?
Can I get a little high five?
A little love?
Oh, that's very nice.
Hi. Miss, what's your name?
Haven.
Haven. Haven, how old are you?
2.
Are you having fun today?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what you're creating here?
A bunny.
A bunny. This is so cool. And I see that you're wearing a fun necklace.
I know.
So we're here celebrating the Lunar New Year, the year of the rabbit.
I need Mom to get me more shapes.
More shapes. Okay. Mom's going to get you some more shapes.
Make it a really cool cake. You won't even recognize it.
Okay.
weaving. And when you think about mid-18th century, think back to like Louis XIV, like what's he wearing? You know, he's walking on like a peacock in a very hand-loom type of way. There is a very much a same type of thing that is happening here. But kimono is very simple construction. As you can see, it's over the top. Men's a little shorter, for women's, because you sort of have that overage to pull it up, you make it a little longer. But it is a way to mummify your body. He's collected Japanese art, but it's pretty unusual for them. It's extreme and so this is sort of highlights of the piece. And I think in the first section is really about theatrical costumes. But we're going to make a quick run through so that the rationale of that you see it.
Melodies that you recognize and put a little different spin on them. I'm going to quickly introduce the band. So from Japan, we have Arena Karagumo. And from China, we have Mike Bob on piano. And then all the way from Korea, we have Casel Kim on the bass. And from Taiwan, we have Wenting Wu on the drums. And Tyler is myself. My name is Peter Lin. I play trombone. Thank you. And we're going to continue now with a song from Japan. Actually, you probably recognize this one from the movies. Who here likes Miyazaki films? Miyazaki films, yeah? So this one's from Kiki's Delivery Service. This one's called A Town with an Ocean View.
for joining me for this edition of Backstage Pass with Leah Chang. Until next time,